Hello Felters, welcome to this short video today. Today I'm going to share with you part of a Patreon video that I've done. They were all quite happy for me to share this, so that's what I'm doing. And I'm just going to show you how I did the cat's eyes on the main cat picture. So if you hear of any other mentions about Patreon-y stuff in the video, that's why. It's because it was done for them. So I hope you enjoy this video and we'll crack on and I'll show you how I did it. So what I'm doing basically is I've drawn it out on my felt, and obviously I'm pinning the template on, and then I've mixed up the colour. You can have whatever colour eyes you want for your cat, but you just need to follow along with the same kind of thing I'm doing, and that would be the same for his coat colour and things like that if you've got a cat and you want to do him. So I'm having green eyes on my cat, so I started off, I thought the best way for me to do it was to do the light colour first, and then I'm going to add a slightly darker colour over it. So I've just mixed the green I like, and I've marked, obviously, make sure I've got it in place. I do have to go and tweak these a little bit, but you would do anyway. And then what I did then was I picked some lighter green. Can you see it's just a touch lighter, and I put that more in the middle, because obviously we've still got the cat's black part of his pupil to put on yet. But I thought that way I definitely know I've got the darker colour to the outer edge of the eyes. So yes, this is going to go over 2 or 3 videos. I won't sort of try and drag it out. If I can edit them to a size that I can, it's sensible, then I'll make them fewer videos. But otherwise, it might be spread out a little bit over this month. But I hope you enjoy it anyway. Give you time to have a go, follow along. So yeah, so what I'm doing here is then that's got a little bit lighter in the middle. You can't necessarily tell there, but it is a bit lighter. There's a close-up shot at the end of the video to show you more what I've done. But you just really, if you've got a picture of a cat or something you like, then just use those colours, and it's basically laying it down in the way you see it. I'm just trying to make sure that the light bit does show. So I'm going back and adding a little bit extra in as well. All I'm doing here is putting a little bit of shadow at the eyelid at the top. So that's just a little bit of the darker green. I just wanted to go and put that back over so that you've got that kind of shadow that your eyelid would naturally make. What I'm doing is just playing with colours to try and get the eye to look like a slightly rounded surface. And it's my usual thing, I'm just laying the stuff on thinly. I'm basically putting in really the shadow around the whole of the eye, because the eyelids would cast shadows, but you obviously don't want a lot. And it's also helping me draw the shape of the eye in to make sure I've got it correct. I don't know how well, honestly, you can really see what I'm doing. I hope you can. You'll have to let me know, because I could possibly film it at a slightly different angle, but I wasn't sure that would help. So now what I'm doing is I'm putting the pupil in, and when you look at a cat's eyes, they go from slits to absolutely round, so you can have whatever shape pupil in the eye that you want. I did think about doing it round, but then I thought I kind of like that slit look, so this is what I decided to go for in the end. Well, the nice thing about that is that you can't really make a mistake, can you, if you've got all the choices. I think the fiddliest bit I had on this was trying to get them both the same. So I did have to go back a few times and just tweak at them and adjust them a bit. And this is based on my cat. I had a ginger cat when I was a kiddie, and his name was Sam. He was lovely, big, chunky, old ginger cat, and he would go out and play in the fields, and he'd only come home if we rattled a box of Go-Cat. I don't know if you know what that is, but that's like cat biscuits. And I used to stand outside. I must have really annoyed the neighbours. I used to stand outside. Oh, that's the colour we're going for in a minute. At night, and shaking this box to try and get the cat to come in, because he was driven by his tummy. Ah, memories. Right, so I want some highlights now. I want to really brighten up the eye in places, and this is what I'm going to do. I've got this lovely vibrant green, and we're just going to add it around the edges. I don't want it all the way, but you'll see what I mean. It's going to make it look a little bit wet and shiny. But yeah, Sam was a great cat. In fact, we had 2 or 3 ginger cats over the time I was a kiddie, and we named them all Sam. I seem to remember. We lived in the countryside in a place in Kent, a little town, a little village it was. It was surrounded by fields, but sadly we did have one main road nearby us, and they kept getting run over on this road. It was very sad. They had all the fields they could have gone to, but for some reason they went the other way, like cats do. So anyway, so we're going to keep adding this light. This is, as you saw, it's really vibrant green. A lime green it was. But if you're doing this in blue, you do the same thing. You'd start with a slightly darker one, and then you'd find yourself a nice bright blue, or mix some white with something. Oh no, you wouldn't be yellow with blue, but mix it so that it's quite bright. As you can see how it starts to make the eye look curved and slightly wet. I didn't do him in a more interesting pose, because I thought the first time it might be better if we just did it face on, because as you know, I haven't done in this way, I haven't done a cat or an animal portrait to this size. I've done little ones, and I wanted to be sure that I could show you what I was doing, even if I get it wrong. I don't, so far, fingers crossed, touch wood, it's looking okay. But I didn't want to pretend I'm brilliant at doing pet portraits, because frankly I haven't done one before. So it's a little bit of an experience for all of us. That's why I started with the eyes, because I thought at least my picture will look alive all the time. Yeah, so you can see, but I haven't done that green. If you look, I haven't done it over the top of his pupils. It's just underneath and round the sides, because I want to keep the bit where his eyelid at the top is a little bit darker. And this is a bit more shadow I'm putting in now. And we're going to start to really draw around the eye now, to start to make it stand out and have that proper shape. But I didn't want to do the outside of the eye before I'd done the inside, because that way I can, once I've done the inside, I can create the shape I want if I haven't got it quite right with the outline, if you see what I'm saying. So even if I go over some of the green in places, it wouldn't matter. I can create the shape, and then if it's gone wildly out of shape, then any wool any wool I put on to make it look like fur will cover anything like that up. So I'm really using the dark lines in a minute to create the shape I want. But this bit is still a bit of shadow. And at this point is where I'm rolling. I've got black wool now. I'm just going in for straight black, and now I'm going to start to draw, to be sure I've got it right, draw the shape of the eye. And the nice thing about this is, if you find you haven't quite got it right, you can, because you've done this thin black line, you can pull it back off and have another go. And I think this is when it starts to come to life then. And once you put that little bit of white dot on it as well, that's sort of like the reflecting the light around the room, it really brings the eye to life then. So this bit you just need to take your time on. I just took a little bit of time because I couldn't get the two pupils to match properly. I got there in the end. It was just a bit of fiddling involved. If I'd done them in circles, it would have been easier. You would have just had two blobs the same size, but it's because I'd done them into the slit shape, it was a bit difficult to do. Well, not difficult, but it was a bit harder. Had to pay more attention. Yeah, see, if I'd filmed this even from the side, my other hand's in the way, you still wouldn't have been able to see it any better. But I am just drawing around the eye with the black, so same as the other eye. And this is just carded wool. And like I do with a lot of other things, I find it easier if I pull it thin and twist it, because I get a really neat line of wool then. I was just trying to work out here about the colouring for around his eyes. So you don't need to worry too much about this little bit. at the moment. I just really outlined his eye in like a dark ginger because that's my cat colour, is going to be the ginger one. Unless he doesn't work out, in which case he's just going to be a matte black cat. And you won't notice the fur at all that way. I missed Halloween for that one though, so that's not going to work. Right, so yeah, I'm obviously putting the template back on because it didn't look quite right to me. And I wanted to just check why it was looking a little off. So it was very handy to have this template. But you could do the same if you've got a picture of a cat, obviously not a photograph you want to keep, but if you've got a picture of a cat, you could just cut it out, the shape, and do the whole thing from that. You don't need my drawing if you've got something else. But definitely cut the eyes and the nose out because the placement of those is quite important. And I thought if I did the eyes first as well, then I can build the rest of the picture out round it. And it will help me keep it, what am I trying to say? I can see how the rest of the picture fits around it. I think, I don't know how to put it better really than that. I'll try and explain it as I go along later on the next videos. So this is just the little bit of light reflecting in the cat's eye now, and this is just white. But the moment you put that on, it brings the eyes to life. I'm quite sure that probably as we go along in this video I will fiddle a little bit more with the eyes as well. So that's the first bit done then for the cat. I'm hoping that's the best I could get as a close-up really, but I'm hoping you can see some of how it's constructed that way, where the light is I've put in it. And for the next part video, which will be up, I'll try and they'll get scattered through this month as I do them, will be the cat's ears, I think, and we'll start to put in the colour for the face and things. So anyway, I hope this was a little bit helpful. If you've got any questions or anything like that, you know, just drop me a comment and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. And I can always make another video of something if it helps, and we'll see how it goes from there. But anyway, that's the first bit, and then we'll be on to the cat's ears for the next one. So I will see you there. Thank you very much. Bye.